All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about an MMORPG that was brought to my attention about a year ago now. For those of you guys that don't know, I cover Ashes of Creation on my channel, and Ashes of Creation doesn't yet exist. However, I am really excited about its future. I'm excited about the direction of where that game is going, and I want to see something new in the MMORPG space. I feel like a lot of the current content is either not very good or outdated, or the performances of the current MMORPGs are just lacking, and I'm looking for something to kind of change the genre. And for me, I think Ashes of Creation has a really good chance to do that. But it's not yet out, and because it's not yet out, I get recommended other MMORPGs that are also not out. And so I was recommended Chrono Odyssey. And I had no idea about the game at the time. I had no idea what it was, and so I did what everybody does. I went on Google and I looked up as much information as possible to see if this is the type of MMORPG that has my attention, that would be something that I'd be interested in. And so what I had found at that point in time was it was on Unreal Engine 5, which, cool, great, new updated engine. It was boasting 5 different factions with PvP, open world, immersive, PvE, and PvP. Also great. They boasted that they were going to have 6 different classes with a variety of weapons, and then they also released a gameplay trailer, which I will be playing in the background that you're watching right now. And so when you're watching it, it looks almost like a Dark Souls or Elden Ring style combat system meshed with Unreal Engine 5 in an MMORPG, which is kind of great. You combine progression with a good combat system that I personally enjoy. This has my attention, and this has been something that I've been kind of following in the background, hoping to see and learn more about. Frankly, one trailer isn't going to do that a whole lot for me. I want to know more. The MMORPG space is littered with games that release hype trailers, they release gameplay trailers where, frankly, the trailer, the expectation, and reality are 2 completely different things. And so I think it looks great. I want to see more. It has been my basic motto for Chrono Odyssey. And a couple days ago, they actually released more. During the Epic State of Unreal showcase, the Chrono Studios CEO came out and they talked more about their flagship game, which is Chrono Odyssey, and they gave us more details. 6 classes, 18 different weapons, so a lot of potential build diversification here. They posted another cinematic, which once again also looked great. They went into detail about the map size, which is 12 square kilometers. That caught my attention. It caught my attention because that is quite small. Relative to New World. New World is also a smaller map, but that's somewhere in the 35 to 40 square kilometer map. But they went into detail about Chrono Odyssey and their layering system for maps. And long story short, Chrono Odyssey is a game where you can go forwards and backwards in time. And so you can go to a past version of the map, a present version of the map, and a future version of the map. If this layering system basically allows you to have 3 different maps layered, past, present, and future, that would mean that the overall map size for this is roughly 36 square kilometers, which is still on the smaller side for MMORPGs, but it's somewhere in the New World range, which in my opinion is more than fine to have an immersive style MMORPG system. It's on the smaller side, but it's not bad. 12 square kilometers was one of those like, okay, that might be a little bit too small, but we'll see how it goes. They then showed, like I said, another cinematic, and all this looks great. Everything that they've talked about, action combat, PvP, the PvE, fighting dragons, like all this has my attention. All of this looks great. But it's not what they've shown that has me concerned about this game. It's what they haven't shown. If the game actually looks this great, and if this game is supposed to be coming out later this year, which is what everybody's been hinting at, it's like the potential release date is supposed to be Q3 or Q4 of 2024. If this game is supposed to be coming out later this year, why are we not learning more about it? If the combat looks as good as what they've shown so far, of what they've shown 10 months ago, why is this not plastered all over social media? Why don't they have individual class trailers on different combat systems? Why aren't they just showcasing what their game actually is to the world? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, I'm not the only one in the MMORPG spaces that is looking for something new and something immersive. And so the fact that there are only 2 trailers over a year-long period leaves me wondering what the entire game is going to look like. Like I said, this isn't their fault, guys. I'm not shitting on Chrono Odyssey in any way, shape, or form. It's the MMORPG space as a whole that has left me jaded to a point to where I see a couple trailers, and because there's only a couple trailers, it leaves me wondering what they're trying to rug pull us on. And so I'm not saying that that's what this game is. It's just, it's a red flag in my head that, hey, I would like to see more of this before this game goes live. So I am interested. I'm interested in the idea. I'm interested in the concept. I'm interested so far with what they've shown, but the fact that they haven't shown much more leaves me wondering why not. And so that's where I'm kind of sitting at as far as like gameplay goes. The other thing that caught my attention, that was another red flag, was that the publisher for this will be Kakao Games. Now, Kakao Games, for those of you guys in the MMORPG space, you know well enough, they were the publisher for Elion, which lasted only a year. They also bought the rights to ArcAge a few years ago, and I went and I did some research yesterday when I was watching this video about Kakao Games, and long story short, for ArcAge, they bought the rights to ArcAge, they released new servers, they did all this, and players automatically found a few ways to dupe item gifting, and they found a way to I'll post the link in the description. I might get some of the stuff wrong, but with ArcAge there was a way to where you could have a massive amount of alts to accumulate wealth, and basically this would give you an unfair advantage in the game in the future. Players were taking advantage of this in a few different areas, which was supposed to be against terms of service, but Kakao Games was not punishing anybody for this, which then caused other players to do so. And then a few days later, they came in and they banned a few of the players that abused this more than everybody else. But the problem is there was already an unfair advantage created, and so it left a lot of players jaded about this overall game. And not my words, other people's words, they said that they actually ruined ArcAge quicker than the previous publisher for ArcAge ever could. And so what I'm trying to say, guys, is I don't think that Kakao Games is forever unable to produce a good game. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying just because they failed in the past doesn't mean that they're going to fail in the future or anything like that. It's just there's no track record of them creating and maintaining a good MMORPG. And so that also leaves a red flag for me. This very well could be the first time that they do it. They very well could have learned from their past mistakes, and this one will be different. But it is a red flag for me that the developer of this game didn't develop previous MMORPGs very well. And so it still just leaves me asking more questions. This game looks good. What they've shown looks fantastic. I would love to see more, and I hope they continue to release more. I would love, like I said, a new MMORPG to kind of take over the space, allow people to play a new game. This one's supposed to also be cross-platform. A lot of this looks and sounds really good, but this is what a lot of MMORPGs do. They sell you on the idea of what you want to hear, and then they don't execute and they take your money. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I would love to see more. I hope that this game isn't like all of the past MMORPGs in the space. It has my attention. I'm going to keep paying attention to it. I will keeping you guys updated when we get more content about Chrono Odyssey, and I'll let you know my thoughts. But for me, I just want to see more. I want to see more before I make an investment in this game, but from what we've seen so far, it looks awesome. And hopefully it releases this year, or hopefully we get a release date and they show more information. But that's all we have. That's all we have. If you guys have anything, if there's information that I have missed, maybe provide a link to me, maybe tell me where I got to go to kind of check this out. But I will end this here. I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Are you guys excited about Chrono Odyssey? Are you guys going to check it when it comes out? Are you in a wait and see stage? Are you not going to play it? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.